What's up? Stop frying your brain. This is John Wallace sitting here in front of Kaiser's Medical Center. We've taken Nick inside, my boy Nick, after jumping through all the hoops we've had to jump through, and now we just got one more to jump through, and it's kind of ridiculous, man. It struck me as a little bit insane. You know, this kid, we show up, we bring him to the Kaiser emergency room. He tells us that tells them he's suicidal, he's drug addicted, he needs help. You know, he's begging for their help. They admit him into the hospital. Next thing you know, they've transferred him to a facility that's a low-level mental health facility in Los Angeles. And doctor after doctor not only calls me and promises me, because I'm his advocate and I'm the one that brought him there and I'm on his release, but they're also telling him that they're going to take him to a substance abuse treatment center, you know, a rehab, seamlessly from that place. And instead what happened was they just dump him out on the street of LA. They discharge him. He's not suicidal anymore. He's no longer a drug addict, you know. And then they don't call me like they told me they're going to. They don't tell him what's going on like they said they were going to. They schedule an appointment that's all the way out here in Riverside. The kid doesn't drive. He's from Hawaii. I gotta ask why. You know, is it more cost effective to not have him in the emergency room? You know, is it more cost effective to not have him to continuously return to it? There's more, and this isn't just about him. This is about a nation that is suffering the worst drug addiction epidemic that we've ever seen. Not crack, not cocaine, not crystal meth. None of them have come close to what's going on here right now. All right? It's distressful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wait for Nick to come out and we're going to get a little update. But regardless of whether or not they have him placed into an approved facility or they give him approval to go to another facility or whatever it is, these people dropped him off on the street of LA. After 3 days after telling him he's suicidal and he needs detox and he needs to get off the dope, they drop him off on the streets of LA. You know, if this ruffles some feathers, if this is a problem, I know Nick made choices. This is a disease of choice. All right, these are the people that are tasked with treating those their patients. All right, and it didn't sound like treatment to me. It sounded like they gave him a handful of pills, a cushy pillow, let him sleep it off for a few days, and said, "On your way, young man." I mean, how much is enough? How much do we have to take? You know, luckily Nick had the wherewithal to pick up the phone and call me. Right? We went and we picked him up. Let him stay over at my place. We're going to see what Kaiser says now, because unfortunately, because he is a Kaiser patient, we can't get him approved anywhere now. And the kid needs treatment. So what? He's got to go to a place with a waiting list? Does he cancel his policy here that he's been paying for as a gold member for 15 years? What do we do? You know? I'm sure there's somebody out there that can find us some help. I'm sure that we can. Hey, Joanna, how you doing? But the thing is, here he is now. Let's find out what they have to say about it. Nick, what's the story, bro?
Apparently, I have to go to some sort of, like, I guess, program here for the next, like, 5 days, 5 to 7 days.
An outpatient program?
Yes, an outpatient
How do they expect you to do that?
You know, that's really wonderful of Kaiser for them to do that.
How do they expect you to do that?
No, man. I can't believe they'd expect me to do that, particularly after what happened, but they said there's absolutely no way. I told them my case. I told them everything that happened.
Did you get the doctor from Hawaii on the phone with them?
I didn't get the doctor.
Did you mention that to them?
I did mention them, and I said I would do it right now, and I tried to get you in, and I told them everything that happened step by step, and they didn't care at all. They're basically like, come the next, you know.
Say it again, they didn't care at all?
Yeah, they're like, come the next 5 days, and, you know, maybe if you're, you know, quality, if you're the right candidate for it, then we'll send you
the right candidate for it? What would be the wrong candidate?
Exactly, that's what I told them. I told them I'm pretty sure I'm the right candidate for that.
I'm almost positive that you definitely qualify as somebody that qualifies for the help. Please go off and share this. Yeah. Please hit like. Please bring attention to this. Everybody that's watching, everybody that views this, get it out there. You know. Yeah. All right. So let's go from the beginning, right?
So from here on, apparently I'm supposed to come for the next 5 to 7 days, and they're going to tell
me.
But
how are you supposed to do that? You don't have a car.
Yeah. I know.
You're a drug addict. It's come to them for drug addict help. How are you supposed to do that?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to do it?
I mean, I guess I can get a hotel down the street and stay by myself.
Oh yeah, you do real well in hotels.
Idea, right?
I think that's what I picked you up from before I dropped you off at the hotel at the Kaiser emergency room for being suicidal and being drug addicted. So how are you supposed to do that?
Yeah, I know exactly. That's what I told him. I told him that this is like I've been told from every other department that they're going to send me straight over to get some help.
That's what every place has told you. That's what they've told me, and that's not what's going on.
Nah, they're freaking giving me the runaround because they don't want to pay money.
Shame on you.
They don't want to pay money. That's all it's about. It's all about money.
It's all about money, but how much money does it cost for your return trip to the emergency room? How much money does a psych ward cost? I had somebody on the phone telling me from a billion-dollar conglomerate that Kaiser is telling me that they don't have it in their budget. What do you mean you don't have it in your budget? How much do you pay a month for your premium?
$400 a month.
How much does your dad pay a month?
Probably around the same.
About $1,200, $1,500 more.
I think he pays about $1,600 a month.
You guys have been Kaiser members for how long?
My entire life. I was born
Your entire
in
life.
Kaiser, yeah.
And so you got no help though.
Yeah.
So you don't wait. But why not? Why don't you qualify? Hold on, right 1 second, right now.
There's absolutely no reason. Honestly, there's like no.
Hold on 1 second.
To tell you the truth.
1 second. Sorry, everybody that's watching. Hi, Joanna. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else that's out there, come on, go ahead and share this. Hit like. Bring attention to this. Tell your friends. Tell your family that this is shame on Kaiser.
I need the help right now, and I mean, if it wasn't for John, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, and like, and my medical insurance isn't willing to pay a fucking dime.
Your medical insurance that you've been a member of for how long?
My life. Since I was
Your
born.
entire life.
Yeah.
And you've been paying a premium as a gold status for how long?
Well, 26 years now.
So what happened? Let's take it from the top here. Nick calls me up and he needs some help, right? Nick calls me up and he needs some help. And Emerson, do you mind?
Yeah.
My arm's getting tired. Sorry. Just you gotta hold it this way, though. No, switch it, switch the frame.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So from the top, you call me up on Thursday morning. Well, Friday morning, about 2:30 in the morning, and you're in distress, right?
Yeah.
So me and my buddy, we come over there and we make sure you're all right.
Yeah.
We get on the phone, we find out that you have good insurance policy. You've been paying your premium.
I got the top insurance policy.
The top tier that you could possibly have. Yeah. The top tier Kaiser offers. All right? So we call a few different treatment facilities, and every one of them has you pre-approved. They all say that obviously you need help. You admit it. You were suicidal, not only thoughts of suicide, but actual attempted suicide.
I need help.
You need help, bad. Okay, so from there, where do we go? We wait till the next morning, and all of a sudden we hit this blockade where we can't get you in anywhere because your insurance is Kaiser.
Yeah.
Not even places that would take you otherwise will take you because your insurance is Kaiser.
No, if I was the Blue Cross or any of the other plans, I'd be able to
You'd
get
be
in right now. I mean, I'd have been in immediately, even before he came and picked me up again from the fucking psych ward.
It's $125,000.
$125,000 is what?
$400 a month for 26 years.
Yeah. It's a good amount of money, huh?
That's enough money, I think. I mean, it's insurance. It's insurance.
Yeah.
So I don't feel very insured.
No,
Where are you going with that?
I got too much stuff in my hands. Sorry.
I mean, so we take you there to the emergency room.
And also, freaking think of the mind of an addict. The longer that you spend away from something big that happens, the fucking harder that it is.
The wider the gap. The wider the gap between the two. Absolutely unbelievable. We're probably about to get told to leave here right now, I assume. You know, anything you want to say about it?
I just wish that I get the care that I needed.
The care that you've been paying for your whole life?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
I'm really
unbelievable.
not asking for anything more than that.
So we got 250 million addicted subscribers right now from Stop Frying Your Brain, all right? United Churches Against Addiction, Recovery Army, Recovery Chicks. Everybody get on board and share the fuck out of this, all right? I taken this guy to an emergency room. He went to the emergency room. He went to he went to a psych ward. They dump him out on the streets of L.A. We take him back here when we get his appointment, and they won't let him in, and they won't admit him, all right? They won't admit him. Now we're being told to leave by the security, all right? I wouldn't want this out there too, but it's too late now. It's live. You know, the CEO of Kaiser's, I mean, come on, shame on you. What are we supposed to do with him now? Huh? He doesn't qualify? You guys admit him into your hospital, you put him in a psych ward, he doesn't qualify for your substance abuse treatment? That's what I gotta say to that. It's obscene. Absolutely obscene. You know, I don't like focusing on the negative there, but it's ridiculous. Who is that? Hang up on.
Fucking Nate.
Nate, we're gonna figure it out, bro. Give me a hug. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to because your insurance company won't.
Well, you always been there. At least I got friends.
Yeah. I mean, not the medical care, not the staff, not the psychiatrist, not all the other people. Everybody else. Don't do that.
I thought you were going to end it.
Huh? You're funny. You just took all the seriousness out of it. So my point to you is this: I've been looking at it, man, and the amount of money getting billed to these places, and the amount of money that they bill out, and the amount. Are you trying to circumvent at the cost here? At what? At the expense of possibly a human life? Huh? How much is that worth? You guys probably have a cost analysis of what that's worth. I'm sure you do, because you're a corporation. You know, there's got to be human beings in there. So if you got help, if you can help, if you will help, please.
Very long time.
Right now.
To do this too. I mean,
We're gonna go to an outpatient program for 5 to 7 days. He was suicidally on a psych ward 3 days ago. Right now, he needs it. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has a scholarship. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has something going on. His parents want him to go through Kaiser. Oh, you know why? Because they're heavily vested. They've been paying for it their whole lives. His whole life. They've been paying their premium. It's the top-rated tier that they can get. If he broke his leg, they'd treat him. What if his brain's broken? I don't know. Is there anything you want to say?
Hey, just spread the message and try and help me out. I mean, I want more than anything to, get some help right now, some real help. It's been really hard for me to admit that I have such a problem. It's been hard for me to admit, to actually take the steps to go and follow it, because this disease is horrific. I mean, how many people do you know who have died? I haven't even been sick with it very long, and I have quite a few dead friends. I mean, think of the East Coast right now. More people are dying on the East Coast than in the Vietnam War on a daily basis.
400 or 160, 140 people.
143 deaths a day from drug overdoses. There's 91 from opioid overdose alone. There's an epidemic going on that's killing our youth. That's killing young men like this. That's got a chance in life. You're a real estate agent, for God's sake.
Yeah, no, I've done well for myself.
Done really well for himself, and that's why he's been able to pay his own premium on his own policy for 15 years.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Kaiser.
Yeah.
If there's not a public outcry other than this, I don't know what else we're going to do, but this is the only platform I got to reach as many of you as possible. Hit like, hit share, get it out there. Shame on Kaiser. It ain't right.
If I had a broken leg, I'd be in the emergency room right
Immediately, you were in the emergency room. They admitted you into the hospital.
And you know what?
They transferred you from this hospital to another hospital.
And also, everybody at Kaiser, every single doctor I spoke to, which is now 4 or 5 doctors since I got into the system, they all told me, you're going straight to residential treatment. We're going to help you. We're going to help you.
Every single one said this. Yeah. Everyone I spoke to, everyone you spoke to, they told me
straight from the psych ward,
straight,
to freaking residential treatment. Every single one.
They told me to go straight from the psych ward to residential treatment. They told me they would call me if there was any changes. They made sure that I had a way to give him a ride. Next thing you know, I'm getting a call from his mom and dad, and then from him saying they just put me out on the streets of LA. He's from Hawaii.
Yeah, it's true.
I got to drive all the way out there and get him, hold on to him so we can get an appointment on a whole other side of the state today for them to tell us no. That he can come to do outpatient so long as the kid without a car that's a drug addict that just bottomed out can get himself back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. What's next? What are you going to tell him at the 5 to 7 day? You're cured? This is an incurable, fatal, progressive disease. It can only be treated, and the people that you've been paying your whole life to treat them have done nothing to do so. If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. I don't care if the little tin badge over here wants to tell me to get out of here. I'll shake a leg. That's fine. I can put this message out there from everybody, from anywhere. Shame on Kaiser. You got an epidemic right now. It's killing more people. More people have died already this year than all of the last 3 years before that combined for substance abuse treatment. The lack thereof. And this multi-billion-dollar conglomerate's doing what about it? Trillion-dollar conglomerate's doing what about it? Don't worry, I can broadcast this from everywhere. I don't need Kaiser in the background at all. We'll get back with you. Stop frying your brain. Please like and share this out. Please do everything you can. Robert Hensley, I love you. Aaron Burnett, I love you. I hope I didn't step on anybody's toes other than Kaiser's. Yeah, so here's what's going on. Little tin badge, fake rent-a-cop from Kaiser. The Kaiser police just kicked us off the property, man. So we're in the car and we're on the way out of there. And it's just, it's starting to heat up in my head, man. Stop frying your brain, man. We're a 250,000 addicts. All right. Hello, Denise. How are you? And we're driving out of here, and I'm angry. And I want you to please tell your story. Please come up here and tell your story.
All right. Well, the gal in there, this addiction specialist, is trying to explain why I'm not getting coverage. So she goes, well, it's kind of like this. It's like you walk up, it's like somebody just walks up to your front door with a bunch of baggage and. They put it down and you open the door and you don't know anything about them or who they are. Would you let that person into their house? And I said, no. I mean, that's not fucking true at all, because if you think about it, I've been a Kaiser member my entire life, and you know that I was anorexic for 6 years and it brought me to the hospital and that I almost died, and you know that I've been addicted to drugs for a couple of years and I've been trying really hard to get off, and I fucking have dedicated my entire life to doing that. And you have all the records. You have the records. I've been in the emergency rooms 4 times. That I freaking, had major panic attack a few times. That, I had a staph infection.
But beyond all, that's all Hawaii records. Beyond all that, where did you just get out of?
Well, yeah, and I just got out of the fucking psych ward here because, fucking crystal meth is a fucking demon, and that shit is gonna kill me if I don't get some help. I know that.
So they called you a vagrant.
And
they called you a vagrant and sent you on your way with what?
Nothing, except for a program.
A 5 to 7 day outpatient program.
Yeah.
You see that group of guys that was walking out?
Yeah.
Those are all in an inpatient program they have.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put you there? Did they even test? Why wouldn't they let me come back?
You know why? Because they had no records before the 11th is what they so-called claim, but that's not true. I talked to the Kaiser doctor, my specialists on Oahu, and they will easily send records back and forth. There's really no reason whatsoever for that. It's just for the money is what I'm assuming. They're trying to deny me coverage. That's what it seems to be.
Don't you have like the highest tier?
Yeah, I got the platinum coverage. $400 a month is what I pay. I got the platinum coverage. I've been paying that for years.
They would send a Lear jet if that was with Blue Cross.
Yeah.
They did an Uber Black to come get you into their facilities.
Yeah.
Anywhere, any facility.
Yeah.
That'd be PPO golden coverage.
I don't know. I'm more than,
But you're with Kaiser.
I don't know what I'm going to do now.
I would switch. I mean,
I'm going to try and rely on my friends for now. But, moving forward, I'm going to try and stir some things up within the Kaiser system, though, that's for sure. Because
well, this is what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now.
That's right.
That's what we're doing now. If you, Mary Angelique, how you doing, girl? We had a great weekend. Thank you very much. Tracy, thanks for coming on. How bad's it got to get? How many got to die? How many got to die? We're sitting in the midst of an epidemic that's going on right now. He's going to bang the phone out, and we're going to try to figure this out with Kaiser and jump through one more fiery hoop. Well, what's he got to do? He's got to cancel his coverage? He's got to buy another policy with somebody else, wait for open enrollment? This is obscene. It's obscene. It's beyond obscene. I went there with full confidence thinking that, no problem, we'll get in front of them, we'll get his Hawaiian records, and we'll be able to see a doctor. No problem at all. And that doctor, looking at him and having a conversation and knowing he just got out of the psych ward, that's a Kaiser psych ward, would definitely refer him to a substance abuse place, which they have. A whole group of kids from there just walked out of one. It's obscene. A whole group of kids from their residential treatment was walking out as we were walking in, and they don't got a bed for this kid? Why? He's got to go to a 5 to 7 day outpatient program. He could die between now and then. This isn't just about Nick in the back seat here. We want to get Nick the care and the love and the help that he deserves, that he's paid for his entire life. But this isn't just about him. How many patients? Somebody right now, Google up how many clients does Kaiser have? How many? I don't know what to say about it. Actually, I do. I've said a whole bunch about it. What's up, Emerson? We're going to find your brother, bro. I promise.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Nobody cares about my problems.
Nobody cares about Emerson's problems. It's all about Nickelodeon. No, I mean, like...
It's unbelievable. You know how quick... I had Blue Cross Blue Shield. You know how quick I got sent across the country? Overnight. They had a driver come pick me up and drive me from Ontario to Palm Springs an hour. Overnight. In 24 hours.
You were on a plane.
I was on a plane, headed to treatment 3,000 miles away.
How much does your premium cost a month?
Oh, I get it through work.
Kaiser's
Kaiser's
got 10.2 million members.
10.2 million members Kaiser have. Let's see if we can't shave a few of those numbers off. Or Kaiser can pull their head out of their ass and start revamping the red tape and bureaucracy. They have huge complexes. I was sitting next to one. We went to see Surf City Rehab. They're right across the street from a huge Kaiser complex. We dropped them off at one. It's like 5 city blocks of Kaiser complex, yet the addiction medicine office, what a fucking name, addiction medicine. The addiction medicine office is like a broom closet. There's some rude lady won't let me go back. Some lady went to pass by, saw we were filming, did not want to be on camera with us. That's for sure. Security come around the corner with his little tin badge to run me away, because nobody wants to hear this in their company, because the company's fucking killing people. There's supposed to be no gap. Any treatment professional, any treatment industry, any treatment facility, anybody that's an addict will tell you there's supposed to be no gap. You go from detox to residential to long-term care and sober living. All right? These people have their own network built inside of themselves, and the network is fucking people out of services. I'm sorry, Nick.
Sorry, dude.
I mean, like, we got some pull in the community. Stop Frying Your Brain's got some pull in the community. We've made a lot of calls. Because you have an insurance policy with them, they won't cover you. They can't. They're not allowed to. Unless we scholarship you somewhere, that's a possibility, man, because you need a higher level of care. You do. right? Fuck a GoFundMe, man. Somebody out there got a scholarship that's seeing this to help this kid out. He's got Kaiser, which ain't worth a shit.
I already paid $42,000 to the fucking horrible sober living program.
A what?
It fucking ruined me. I paid $42,000 to a sober living program out here that really gave me shit.
A $42,000 sober living?
Yeah, they ended up putting me out in the street, basically, with no medicine, no care, said I couldn't get a doctor, said I couldn't get any meds, wouldn't even give me my meds.
Who sent you there?
No, that's all I should say about that, but, little to say that, I've already spent a pretty
So you got
good
fleeced
check.
by some fake body broker on the internet.
Something like that.
And then we went to Kaiser.
And obviously, I really need care. I wouldn't be willing to fucking do that and drop my entire life and come out here and fucking...
Dude, you're from Hawaii. We're in the Coachella Valley. This is like the butthole of the world. I mean, this is a beautiful scenery and sights if you like the desert, and it's going to get better soon with the weather. But you're from Hawaii. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
So you came out here to change. Came out here to find help. And what you found was you got
across the fucking street too.
You got schemed and scammed by some webpage body broker that's not licensed or anything like that, who shuffled your ass around. When we finally got to real help, you busted out your Kaiser card that you've been paying for your whole life that maybe you should have done in the first place to find out. And what happened? What were the results?
I didn't get the help I needed. But I mean, I've cut all ties from everything that had to do with that old place, so I'm just trying to leave that in the past for now and move forward and try and, get just the help that I need. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what he's looking for. That's what we're hoping to do. Oh my God. Yeah, sweet Jesus. I don't even want to get into that. I could go up on that a whole different way, but I don't want to. That's for another day. We'll get to that. Right now, Kaiser's in my targets. Kaiser. It even sounds like isn't that what they called the Nazis when they were coming? Was that World War I? No? The Hun, the Kaiser? I don't know. It doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't sound like I would ever buy a policy from them. Like Nationwide is on your side. Kaiser's not. I don't know. We're probably gonna lose service here because we're driving through the Badlands. All right. Well, my name is John Wallace. I'm from Stop Frying Your Brain. My boy Nick right here just got tossed around and dumped around by Kaiser in a real bad way. We're gonna have more to say about this, I'm sure. All right. If I didn't have such a personal attachment to it, it'd be different. But for all those out there that are watching, man, watch out for Kaiser.
www.stopfryingyourbrain.com.